We are on the Barstool Sports Network. We always have been. We probably always will be. And that's more than you can say for some other shows. Call Her Daddy at the center of everything. The internet buzzing. And what a fucking soap opera this is. We got boyfriends. We got backstabbing. We got millions of dollars.
Dude, in my last 12 hours, I went on such a crash course with this because I knew we were going to talk about it. I didn't even know they weren't on the show. I didn't know they weren't airing shows. I'm so
like
lost with this stuff where, like, I just bury my head in the sand just because I'm like, well, it doesn't concern me, so who gives a shit? Absolutely. I didn't realize there was any of this shit going on. But I'm up to date now. I'm quite up to date.
I mean, let's start by saying that Peter Nelson, that dude stinks.
Dude.
He sucks so much.
I want them to come back just because it's good for the company and all that stuff. And I guess I don't really give a shit. Well, I mean, like, yes, I want Barstool Sports to do well. I never thought of them as Barstool Sports. That's why I didn't really give a shit about them. I think they're fucking frauds and assholes. But I don't know how like it can come back after like Peter Nelson ruined Call Her Daddy, and not just by his actions. I mean, his very existence, his like
presence, his involvement, his overwhelming like.
I don't even mean that. I just mean like once you saw his picture, you were just like, oh fuck these girls. Stop. Like this is what you guys are fucking talking about. Like it's like in the exact opposite of like a monster movie. Where like it's always scarier when you don't see the monster. So the idea of this suit man was like, oh, these girls are fucking like hot dudes and high power guys. I see this fucking dingbat. Like I already didn't really have like respect for not respect, because I respect their show, but I just didn't like them as people. It was like I don't know. I don't even know them, but I just didn't care for them. It was. They were similar to Rappaport with me. Where like the second they came in, I was like, "Well, I don't like your vibe."
Rubs you the wrong way. Yeah,
I think we did that. Probably not a great career choice by us, but I think Dave did ask us to do a show with them, and we were like, "No."
When they first started, there was like, well, this is like the female version of John and Kevin. Like it would be a great crossover, and at that point, they hadn't blown up, and at that point, like you just described, that was pretty much everyone's experience. Where it was like, "Oh, I don't really enjoy this," and we were like, KFC Radio, we're like desperately trying to keep Call Her Daddy away from us. We are not good businessmen.
But like I stand by that because I didn't want to like be in like it's not a sex show. Sometimes we tell a joke, but like I didn't want to be like on a show with them. Like I don't know, just fucking. I don't even know what their show is. I've never listened to their show. I saw that one clip about a jalapeno seed. That's all I know about Call Her Daddy. Mm-hmm. I didn't care for that. I was like, I don't want to be part of this. Dumb move, absolutely idiotic, boneheaded move. It's
if we could have been a part of the Daddy Gang, but that's the thing. Actually,
it's not a dumb move.
Well, if looking back, I thought like, oh man, Alex and Sofia would have like collabed with us every week, and we would have like risen together. Then I would be like, oh fuck, they want no part of us. They want no part of Barstool. They want no part of certainly us. No. Like it would not have been a missed opportunity. It would have been a one-time thing that really didn't matter for either of us.
Right. Yeah. So it's nice to say we rejected them. Fuck off.
Right. So did you see there's a TikTok that's going viral? Viva La Stool tweeted it, and it said exactly what you're describing. It said what we thought Alex and Sofia's mans looked like. And there's a picture of like Dansby Swanson and Bryce Hart, like all these like sexy baseball players. And then there's these GQ models and like David Beckham in a suit. And then it shows Peter Nelson and like Syndergaard looking balding and shit. Which is like, that's just like,
I don't understand. Like if your whole thing is like, fuck men and like you call me daddy and then you lose your job because fucking some guy in a suit convinced you to.
Crazy.
Like, how do you listen to anything ever again?
And you know what's really crazy? It sounds to me, what I've heard from Dave on the rundown, it sounds like when Dave came and we'll talk about Dave's negotiating in a second. I want to get your thoughts on that. But it sounds like Dave came back and made them like an awesome offer that even they realized like we can't refuse this. And it sounds like Sofia was saying basically, well, Peter like stuck his neck out for this to make this happen. and we can't do anything to make him look bad. Like, you want to talk about daddy move? Daddy shit would have been like, sorry, bro, peace.
Right.
Like, I don't give a fuck that you stuck your neck out at work. Men ain't shit. And instead it was like, I don't want my boyfriend to be in trouble at work. So the whole idea of a dude, a boyfriend Yoko Ono taking down the daddy Beatles is like, holy shit. Mwah. Chef's kiss to anybody who was railing against the daddy gang. Because no matter how much money they make and how big they get, that, like, being the vibe around them is just a vibe killer.
It really is. Like, I mean that wholeheartedly. I don't see, now again, I wasn't a fan, so it doesn't really affect me to begin with. But like, if everything that someone's been telling you is not the way they live, like I think people first of all thought that like the show was very real. I think it's kind of been put out now that like it's a very edited, scripted show, which is fine. It's fine to do scripted shows. It's a little lame when you're pretending it's not.
Right.
But like, scripted shows exist. I enjoy scripted shows. It's fine.
Right.
But like, when you're just like, it's all fake. I feel like the part of Barstool that we always liked is it's all real.